Welcome to Crafting with Adeina, where I'm going to show you that you don't have to be a crafting genius to get creative and have fun. On this episode, I will have some quick tips to decorate any space in your home, from painting techniques to getting a little crafty to even some inexpensive ways to add color to things you may already have around your home. All right, so let's get started. The easiest way to spruce up any space in your home is by adding a little color to your walls. But before you head over to that local Home Depot to pick up some paint, you want to know what kind of texture you have on your walls. Is it a flat texture or is it a bumpy texture like a Monterey or an orange peel? So let me show you the different tips that you need before you get started. If the texture on your wall is thick like mine, you want to make sure that the roller you use is pretty thick as well so that the paint goes on nice and smooth. Another way to add some dimension to the walls that you have just painted is by adding some shapes like circles or squares with some other colors. So this was a great painting technique to use when making over a child's room. An easy way to add some creativity to a room that you've just decorated is by using this crafting technique. All you need for this craft is a hot glue gun, a paper mache box, some rub and buff, some acrylic paint, and a sponge brush. So this is one of my favorite crafts to do, and the first thing you want to do is paint your paper mache box. And you don't have to use black, you could use purple or gold or whatever color you want, but you want to cover it with about 1 or 2 coats depending on how much shows through after your first coat. Now that I've painted the outside of my box here, I want to add some texture to it by using my hot glue gun. And there's no rhyme or reason to this, you're just going to take your glue gun and make circles. And you can make some squiggly lines, and what you want to do is let it dry. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to dry completely, and then once it's dry, we're going to use our rub and buff to add some color to it. So after your hot glue has dried and hardened and you can touch it, the last step is to take your rub and buff, which you can get at any local craft store, place a little bit on a paper towel, kind of rub it in, and then just rub it over the hot glue. And it just really adds a neat antiquing feel to the project that you're doing. And you could even take it on the sides and just rub a little bit, like so. So this is a great craft that you could use in a bathroom makeover for storage to put small items like Q-tips in. A great way to add color to a retreat makeover is through candles and ribbon. I'm going to do a craft that's really easy and does not take very many items. So this is a really fun project that you don't need a lot of items for. I just have some bamboo coasters here that I got at my local craft store and some ribbon, and you can either use hot glue or you can use these glue dots. I like the glue dots because then you don't burn yourself. And all you're going to do is take your glue dot and place it there to get you started. And then you're going to take your ribbon and start it on this end so that you can overlap. And then it's just weaving like a basket. And after you've weaved it, you're going to go ahead and finish it off by putting another glue dot on this end and then putting your ribbon like that. I don't usually cut it until I'm done so that you know that you have enough. Well, now that I've weaved all of these pretty ribbons into my coaster, I'm going to place this candle on top, and this worked well as a decorative element in a Master Suite makeover I did recently. Check it out. So this next project is perfect if you have a kid going off to college because they're not always allowed to paint their walls. So a great way to add some color is to get a blank canvas, let them paint it whatever color they want, and then do some different textures and techniques on it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The first step was to paint my canvas in a base color. I chose gray because it matched the bedding that was going to be in the dorm room. Next, you just want to grab some different colors of things that you want to add to the room. I've got green and orange here, and kind of glop it up real good and just go crazy with it. Just let it spread all over your canvas. It's a lot of fun for the kids to do. It's a lot of fun for you to do too. We'll add some orange to this. And just go crazy. Make sure you wear something that you don't mind getting paint on, because you may. Another way to get some of that color on there is take an old toothbrush, put it in the paint, and use your finger to get it onto the board. And use a water-based acrylic paint so that it washes off of your hands when you're done. All right, now it's ready to be hung in the dorm room. Well, thank you for joining me on Crafting with Adeina. And as always, remember to get creative and have fun. See you next time.